The disorganized lover. Here today and gone tomorrow. The hot and cold lover. That's how they appear. The now you see me, now you don't partner. The one who texts, calls, flirts, and makes you feel like you are the center of the universe, only to disappear into thin air the next day. You've seen it before, I'm sure. 1 minute they're texting you, hey, how was your day? You chat, you laugh, you connect, you say, hey, I miss you, and then suddenly silence. What just happened? Did they fall into a black hole? Did their phone just self-destruct? No. What really just happened is they read your message, they saw it, they just don't respond. But wait, because when you finally bump into them in person, it's like nothing happened. We can just pick up from where we left. They are charming, warm, funny. They make you feel so wanted, so special, and for that moment you actually believe you have them. Then, just as suddenly as they reappeared, they vanish into thin air again. Back to silence, back to radio static for another 2 weeks. So what's going on in their head? It's easy to think that they're playing games or that they're just toying with your emotions. But that's not true. The truth is, they're not doing that on purpose. The disorganized lover is caught in an internal tug-of-war. They want connection but fear it. They crave intimacy but distrust it. They long for love but believe it will hurt them in the long run. So, they do the only thing their nervous system knows. Approach and then retreat. But why do they pull away, you might ask? The disorganized lover isn't ignoring you out of cruelty. They're stuck in emotional paralysis. They really do not know what to do. And these are the reasons why. Let me explain it a little. 1, they doubt themselves, so don't even trust themselves. They keep asking, or they could ask, did I come on too strong? Was that too much? Maybe I'm too much. Or do I even know what I want? So that physical tug-of-war keeps them in emotional paralysis. 2, they are emotionally exhausted. Disorganized attachers are emotional sponges. So everywhere they go, they're just absorbing. They absorb every little shift in energy. They're watching your tone of voice. They're looking at your body language to notice any little changes so that they can adjust their behavior. The reason they do that is so that they make sure everyone around them feels seen, heard, and comfortable. But they often do this at the cost of their own emotional reserves. So by the time they're done, they're completely exhausted. Then, number 3, they don't know how to soothe themselves or others. So in a situation like that, unlike secure attachers who find comfort in closeness, or the anxious attachers who seek reassurance from others, the disorganized attachers normally get stuck. They do not know where to soothe. Being close to them feels terribly unsafe. Being alone feels unbearable. So you see, they're in between. I want closeness, but I'm not sure. And then being alone, like, I'm missing, I'm alone. So they're in between those two. So when things get overwhelming, all they do is what feels safest. They shut down their entire attachment system and just behave like it didn't happen. That person does not exist, because it's the only way they can manage the emotional turmoil. So what can you do if you love a disorganized attacher? First, don't take it personally, please. That's the worst thing you can do. This isn't about you. It's about them and their survival strategies. If they retreat, just let them. Chasing them will only make them pull away further. Instead, give them space, but set boundaries. They need time to recharge, but that doesn't mean you should tolerate the disappearing acts indefinitely. They must come to terms with what they're doing. Let them know what you need. I understand you need space sometimes, but I also need communication. So can we find a middle ground? Can you at least explain to me what's going on? Don't punish the inconsistency. but do not label it either. If they come back acting like nothing happened, don't play along. A simple, hey, I noticed you went quiet for a while. What's up? This opens the door for honesty without pressure, and they must take accountability for what they have been doing. Number 3, encourage self-awareness. But don't be their therapist. That's not your job. They need to learn how to regulate their own emotions instead of running or shutting down. You can support them, but your job isn't to heal them. That's their work to do. What if you're the disorganized attacher? And by the way, I understand you. That's my territory. So you may be seeing yourself in this. Maybe you're the one disappearing all the time and coming back. Maybe you're the one who wants love but feels overwhelmed by it. Hear this. You're not broken. You're not doomed. You're not incapable of love. But you do need to learn how to sit with your emotions instead of running from them. That's your responsibility. But this is how you can do it. Start small. When you feel the urge to disappear, pause. Ask yourself, am I withdrawing out of self-care or out of fear? 2, practice reassurance instead of retreat. A simple, hey, I just need a little space, but I am thinking about you, can do wonders for your partner. 3, get comfortable with emotional intimacy, but gradually. Don't do it in a hurry. Love doesn't have to be an all or nothing game. It's okay to take small steps towards closeness, because deep down, you don't want to keep running. You want to be loved and feel safe in that love. And the good news is, it's possible. Here are my final thoughts. Love shouldn't feel like a roller coaster with no seatbelt. If it does, something needs to change. So, whether you're loving a disorganized attacher or you're the one, take a breath, take a step back and remember, love is not about perfection, it's about showing up even when it's scary. So when you're ready, just show up. Because love isn't about the push and pull, it is found in the moments when you choose to stay. So, if this resonated with you, please like, comment, or share it with somebody who you think might need to hear this. Until next time, together we heal, together we grow. Bye!